At the end of the day, when we look at things and we kind of compare them from this year's men to last year's men to the year before, the year before, the year before, unfortunately, to me, it's not enough. Hey guys, Sag here. Needless to say, at the end of the day, when we look at things and we kind of compare them from this year's men to last year's men to the year before, the year before, the year before, unfortunately, to me, it's not enough. Now, as a company, EA, and as game designers and all that stuff, I understand that each individual person is hard enough to design as itself, but at the same time, you've had years to start dealing with things that are different. Looking at the yard, I haven't even given it enough time to mention anything. I've seen that it's fun, it's interesting, but when I get on and my two other friends are on, Rob and Chomp are on, and we party up and we try to go into the game, and 3 straight times it stops to the point where we have to close application and restart the game. That's not good enough. When you have a thing like Madden Ultimate Team that has been around for a pretty good bit now, and yeah, you're recycling players, you're doing all this different things, and I'll give it to you, I'm hoping that this year has a lot more limited time content than last year, and like programs and whatnot, but the fact is that the game fundamentally, whether it be franchise, whether it be MUT, whether it be draft, champions, whatever the case, defense is almost unplayable, and offense is the same things except for just a little bit different with the controls on the players. It feels, I'm going to steal my friend Chomp's line, it feels like everybody's stuck in the mud on defense, which it allows you to get better at usering them. You can't just rely on one linebacker to cover the entire field, which they shouldn't be allowed to do that anyway, but you can't just go from one sense of the spectrum to the other and go from, oh, this linebacker has 80 speed but he can go across the field in 2 seconds, till this linebacker has 85 speed and they can't keep up with the offensive lineman. For all you guys sitting there saying, well, the defensive line has had their stick involvement to where we can play as them now. No. The only thing that's the difference between that and NCAA 10 is the fact that the rush meter, the bull meter, whatever the meter is that particular defensive lineman does well, that is the only difference. We've had stick movement on the players on D-line for years. Don't let these things fool you, the fact that they put in one little bit of bar and it makes it seem like the entire game's different. Overall, quarantine or not, there is no excuse for EA to put out this game as they have. At the end of the day, there's no excuse. You gotta fix franchise, alright? I love franchise mode, and eventually we're gonna try it again if I don't get too upset. With Cody and Rob, and I'm wanting to involve an entire group where we can have roughly about 20 something people, maybe even all 32 teams can be done, where we can do a fantasy draft and do it that way. But the fact is, you gotta get more storyline, you gotta get more in depth, you gotta get better with scouting. I mean, the fact that I love the whole process of finding a player, seeing what they can contribute, even if they're low overall, doesn't necessarily mean they won't be on your team. Think about the NFL. There's certain people that do things well and do only certain things well that stay on a team just because they can pass rush the quarterback, just because they can cover a tight end. They might not be strong and stop the run game, but they can cover that tight end across the field. We got to do better. And unfortunately, I wanted to bring you guys a Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head game, and I don't know if it's the internet, I don't know if it's the game itself, but I can't connect to get on. And that's frustrating. Part of that frustration is my own fault, so I'm not blaming EA on that part, but if you have trouble connecting and you have good internet, let me know, because that way I can add that into it. I can put a little edit at the end of this video, whether it's just me or not. But for right now, we're going to keep a pin in that just in case I figure it out. But EA, we have to do better, okay? Whatever subdivision worked on this game, and I'm not taking the time out of my day to do all this research, we have to do better. As customers, we have to expect better, and it's impossible and it's unrealistic to say, well, we're not going to buy your game if you don't give us what you want, because the fact is there's always going to be a customer that wants it bad enough. I'm lucky enough to where Rob and I file shared to the point where I don't have to pay for this game, and he doesn't have to pay for Call of Duty, but I'm lucky enough to where I didn't have to pay for it, and I'm saddened to the fact that this game got me so frustrated day one that I played, that I almost wanted to uninstall it already. Sad, because I love the game of football. I love playing football as a video game. I love having fun with my friends on a game that we can have fun with. I was expecting so much more, and unfortunately I let myself get a high expectation to let myself down. So that's what I got for right now. I'm going to keep playing. I'm hoping that they're going to keep releasing updates, keep releasing things that help this game out, but at the end of the day, this is no different than Madden 20. If not, it might just be worse than Madden 20. The yard does not do enough to make things be overlooked. So I'm trying not to be negative. I'm trying not to keep everybody down. But unfortunately, we have to tell how it is. As a customer standpoint, as someone who's been involved in football most of his life, playing from Pee-wee to middle school to high school to college, I've grew up on video games. I used to play Madden back. My first Madden game was Madden 98. And I remember, I didn't know any better. And I was doing Hail Mary every time, 4 wide receivers, and I would always throw it from Chandler to Hardaway, I think it was. I'm trying to think of the. Oh my God, I'm being such a bad Falcons fan right now. Oh no, Tim Mathis, excuse me. I go from Chandler to Mathis, and I remember feeling the fun and exciting things from that. I remember doing the Dirty Bird as a celebration, but that's not the assignment we get anymore. Now it's more like a chore. Now it's more like we've gotten in a rut, and we need to do what we have to get out of it. So I said, I wish this video would be a lot better. I wish I could give you guys a lot more insight for some positives, but I'm kind of, right now, I'm neutral on the good things, and definitely a little bit more skeptical about the bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video either way. Make sure to let me know what you think about the new Madden features. Let me know what you think about Madden. And let me know what your overall MUT team is, because I love MUT. Maybe I'll do a franchise. Maybe I won't. I'm not getting too into that yet. But for right now, we're keeping it nice and easy. This has been your first Madden Monday. Maybe I'll make it a series. Maybe I won't, depending on how well this video does or does not do. But I would like to start playing games online, and unfortunately right now that's not possible. So I'll catch you guys next video, and hope you have a great day, a great week, a great month, and a great year. Let's get 2020 going to a more positive direction, because right now we need it. But for right now, I'll see you guys next video, and I'll let this zoom in motion right here to the outside window and outside world kind of take it over. Alright, bye guys.